Sometimes the Prophet ﷺ prohibited transactions between two consenting parties for the greater good of the community. Bismillahi wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. We continue with the Fiqh of Commerce series, the commentary on the chapters of trade and commerce by Imam Tirmidhi rahimahullah. The next chapter that we deal with, Babu ma ja'a la yabi'u hadirun libad, the chapter regarding the town dweller not selling for the villager. Now this is a very interesting hadith. I'll read the hadith to you first and then we'll go into the explanation. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentions that la yabi'u hadirun libad, that a town dweller must not sell the goods of a villager. What is the meaning of this hadith? The example that is given by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that if there is a villager that is on his way from his village and he comes with his goods to the town market, but a town resident approaches him and suggests that the villager should not go into the market and that he as the town dweller will sell the goods on his behalf when it is more beneficial for him. Now, why did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam prohibit this transaction? The ulama have explained that it was prohibited to avoid harm being caused to the people of the town. Hazrat Mufti Taqi Uthmani Hafidhahullah explains in his commentary on this hadith that if the villager personally visits the market and sells his goods, he would no doubt be in a hurry to return home, and secondly, he would not hoard the goods. Therefore, he would sell it and he would make a profit, but he would not mark up his goods to such an extent that the price would rise unduly. Contrary to this, if a town dweller becomes his agent, he will store the goods in his warehouse, and when the goods become scarce in the market and the prices rise, he will then sell them at a higher rate, and this will harm the public. So according to the ulama, the reason for the prohibition is due to the legal aspect of causation of harm, known as darar. So whenever darar or harm is found, the prohibition will come into force. And whenever it is not found, meaning that there is no darar, then the prohibition will not be there. Now, interestingly, as Mufti Saab mentions, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam prohibited such a transaction even though there was mutual consent between both parties, the villager and the town dweller. But that is not the only requirement for the lawfulness of a transaction. If their mutual consent results in harm to society, community, or the locality, it will be deemed unlawful despite their mutual agreement. Therefore, an Islamic government is at liberty to impose a ban on any practice should it feel that harm is being caused to the general masses, even if the practice in of itself is permitted. Don't forget to follow, like, and share to continue to benefit from the Fiqh of Commerce series.